Okay, I'm going to make a couple of short videos on cleaning up cat mess from your carpets. My carpet's 22 years old and is overdue for replacement, so I don't mind experimenting a little bit. I've tried everything over the years for pet mess and kid mess. Spilled juice, dropped popsicles, cat pee, puke, kid vomit, cat vomit, you name it. So we're going to try a couple of things. The first video I'm going to clean up some cat food barf with a wood chisel, I know. And then we're going to do one where we got a spit up, where we have a cat who likes to chew on leaves and flowers and then likes to throw up the contents of his stomach around the house. And if I can find any other fresh pet messes, I'll clean those up too. So let's see what happens. My biggest fear is that we successfully clean the mess and the carpet now is cleaner in the original soiled spot than the whole rest of the carpet. So you may see that a couple of times. But again, this carpet's fate is replacement eventually. So let's see what we can do.
Do your precious kitty cats ever throw up their dinner on your carpets or rugs or mats? Try this trick.
Okay, so every cleaning product says remove loose soil first. Whatever's loose, whatever can scrape off. Invariably what you end up doing is picking some of that off with a paper towel, and then whatever's left you spray some kind of solution on and it foams up and you wipe it off and it just spreads this brown stuff all over the place. Well, one day I was out here with my toolbox and I happened to have this wood chisel and I found a little dry barf, so I tried scraping it up with this, vacuum it up. That really got rid of a lot of the dry stuff and then it was much easier to clean. So let's see what happens. So this chisel is not super sharp. It's not new, which probably works in my favor, and I'm just applying light pressure. So I'm trying to not tear the threads on the mat, just to scrape up what's loose. And you can see some of it has soaked in a little bit, so we still have some cleaning to do, but this will get rid of a bunch of the dry stuff. Alright, let's see how it looks. Now I'm going to get my cleaning solution and finish up. Oh, almost missed a spot. Alright, here's the after. Where was that barf? This has worked very well on carpet also. Alright, that worked really well. Got rid of the loose stuff, and then I used different solutions to finish off. There are a bunch of pet cleanup solutions available. Honestly, I can't really tell the difference between them. I like the type that foams up, and then you can use a wet rag to remove or to blot the area where the stain was. So see, the mat looks pretty good considering. There you go.
Today's gift is another cat barf. One of our cats likes eating leaves and flowers, and found the Valentine's Day flowers and decided he would eat a leaf and then come over here and throw it all up on the carpet. So I picked up the leaf, and really the rest is just liquid. So let me show you my favorite tactic for dealing with this one.
So these can be a little tricky because they will stain your carpet. Obviously he was chewing a leaf, so it's green, and between that and I guess bile, I don't know what. So my favorite weapon for dealing with these, there's two, is this. It's a small little shop vac. I use it as a car detailer mostly, or small projects. I had it on the roof the other day. Wet and dry vac, so you can use it to vacuum out your car, and then you take the filter out and you can use it to suck up liquids. We're going to use this solution I found on the internet and squirt it all over our stain to essentially rehydrate what's there. I've already blotted up what I could with a paper towel. So I'm going to squirt this on there and shop vac it out. The idea is that the stain doesn't get spread around. It like re-liquefies, so to speak, with this solution, and hopefully will get vacuumed up without damaging the carpet. So let's see what happens. Okay, we're going to spray our solution on there. Remember, it doesn't matter too much if this gets pretty wet, because the shop vac's going to draw it out of there. If you didn't have the shop vac or another tool, you might try blotting this after the fact. So I'm just going to make sure that gets into the fibers. Now this thing's been here overnight, so I don't know if I can get away with no stain. So let's see. I'm going to get this really wet. Again, because I have the shop vac, I can afford to do this. If you do not, you don't want to soak it too much to where it goes through the carpet into the backing, and then you have a stain and a wet spot, and it's a bigger mess. Alright, squish that around there a little. Looking pretty good so far. Okay, so for results, I think we got the stain. The colors come out. However, because my carpet isn't that clean, the clean spots now are almost stand out because they're a little lighter in color than the carpet around. Could also be because they're a little bit damp still. So we'll see what happens when they dry and what I'm left with. A little bit of color there on that one still, so I'm going to give that one more pass, and then we'll let it dry, vacuum it, and see how it looks. Here's what the shop vac got us. Lovely. Okay, this is exciting, a fresh one. Someone just threw up their whole dinner right here on my carpet. So I am going to pick up what I can, and then because it's so fresh, I'm just going to try a little water with my shop vac and see what that does instead of using those cleaning products that are going to change the color of my dirty carpet. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, we've picked up the loose stuff, so now we got a mixture of spit and a little bit of food. So I am going to put just some clean water on there because I'm using this. I wouldn't go putting any water on my carpet, otherwise it's not a good idea, but this thing has enough juice in it to suck the water up. And so let me see if I can get rid of this thing without any cleaning products. This little shop vac is one of many different styles. It's really sold as a car detailing shop vac. Has a bunch of attachments, and there's a bunch of different kinds available. You may not have room for it, but I do, and let's see what happens here. After adding water, looks worse. Let's see what happens. Alright, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to put some paper towels on there and walk on them and make sure I have gotten all the water up. Alright, let's see how dry our shop vac got the spot. Well, it feels pretty dry to the touch, just very slightly damp. But as you can see, I'm really getting nothing on the paper towel. So this little thing does a wonderful job at sucking up the liquid. And again, I didn't use any cleaners, so hopefully my spot isn't going to be stained bright clean, unlike the rest of the carpet. And I think that was a success. So for super fresh barf, that seems to be the way to go.